Oh no, they didn't.
So a little while ago, Nintendo Power, who are basically the gods of game reviews, made a list of the top 14 Mario games, because there are only 14 games in the series. Now, as much as I love and respect Nintendo Power, I find myself disagreeing with a lot of the entries on the list. Mario Galaxy, really? Come on, guys. Anyways, I figured I might as well make a video about it. So for this list, I'll be using the same rules. No spin-offs, so no Mario Kart, and these are all going to be mainline Mario games, so no Mario Land 3. It's a Wario game. Lastly, please understand that I'm simply sharing my opinion, and I don't have anything against the dream team that is Nintendo Power. Without wasting any more time, let's begin. When I was a kid, I desperately wanted a Game Boy Color. My friend had one of these, and I would constantly beg him to let me use it. Some of our favorite games weren't even Game Boy Color games, but black and white Game Boy games. This made me more jealous because I didn't have any portable gaming system at all. Until my parents got me my Game Boy Advance. Unfortunately, I couldn't really rub it in this guy's face, because this was the day I moved away. Anyway, there's one of those black and white games I kept looking for years, and I haven't found it. But I think you know where I'm going with this. Super Mario Land is my least favorite Mario game of all time. Don't get me wrong, there are no bad Mario games. But I just don't like this one as much as others. Everything is way too small, and the level designs are just so-so, except for the Koopa stages, which pale in comparison to those in games like Wario Land, Shake It. Good game though. Good game, part of my childhood, but just not enough to bring it above number 14. Number 13 is The Lost Levels. You know how what we in America called Super Mario Bros. 2 wasn't the real thing? Well, this is it, and I'll talk about that later. Anyways, this game has ultimate flaws, or that, 1, it's way too hard, and 2, it improves almost nothing on the first game's formula. Hell, I'd even go so far as saying it improves nothing at all. You've probably noticed that these two entries have been the first two entries in the Nintendo Power article that I need to stop bringing up, just backwards. The reason behind this is because it's hard to disagree with the points they make. Mario Land's greatest feature is that it was Mario's first portable game. Oh wait, but what about the Game & Watch Mario games? Oh yeah. Okay, so it was his first Game Boy game, which is still pretty big, and no physical copy exists of the Lost Levels in North America as a standalone product. To me, that really outweighs the legacy of Mario's first Game Boy appearance. Also, in terms of actual games, they're about the same, quality-wise. After Super Mario Galaxy was completed, the developers still had a game load of ideas that they didn't have the opportunity to fit in the first game. Don't ask me why they couldn't put this in, because I found that game to be rather short. Anyways, this is how Mario Galaxy 2 was born. You can tell this is just a mix of ideas not put into the first game, to the point where they reused the Whomp's Fortress stage from Mario 64. And they have the worst Bowser battle ever. However, for what it is, it's almost mind-blowing that some of this stuff wasn't in Galaxy 1. The biggest one being Yoshi. He controls amazingly. The first thing I thought when playing this game was, wow, I did not notice how 80s the ordinary Super Mushroom was. Number 11 is New Super Mario Bros. It amazed me at how well this game stayed true to the core formula while taking such a daring step in a new direction, and as a result I was pumped for this game's Wii and Wii U counterparts, even though they don't have Giga Mushrooms, as from what I can tell. Although, I can't really say the same about the hype for New Super Mario Bros. 2. But that's for a different video. Speaking of New Super Mario sequels, this next game is the last one's Wii counterpart. Going back to Nintendo Power, I never saw the review for this game. This is kind of an interesting story. The issue it's featured in is the one I missed due to my subscription ending. So because I wanted some game reading material on my upcoming trip to the mysterious land of Quebec, I picked up a copy of GamePro. And I'm not judging the magazine as a whole, because I refused to read it after the crappy and poorly explained review for this game. I mean, they gave it a bad rating from what I can remember, not holding up to the NES to N64 Mario games. I frankly didn't find that was fair, so I played the game anyways. And while it wasn't as good as some of the older ones, its level design, control, and little additions like the granted incredibly frustrating 4-player co-op really made it feel unique. I mean, my only big problem is that Yoshi doesn't control as well as in Super Mario World. And other than that, this game is great, has the best Bowser battle in all of the platforming games. I know I might lose potential fans for this. Oh no, really, don't worry about me. I don't have fans. But Super Mario 64 is only number 9. Don't get me wrong, I love this game, I really do. It feels like it was developed by Rare during their glory days, and it has a lot of nostalgic value to me. But I guess I just don't enjoy it as much as everyone else does. Here's another game I don't enjoy as much as most people do. The original Super Mario Bros. Honestly, the level design here is mind-blowing considering it was one of the first console platformers, and it holds up amazingly well today. However, it kind of pales in comparison to the games that are higher on this list. It does sometimes knock the others out of the park with its "oh my god, did I just do that" moments. But hey, if this list was more focused on historical significance, this would undoubtedly be number 1. I'm just using that as secondary conditions on this list. Also, Toad flipping me off is kind of a big part of why it's so low. Easily the biggest departure from Mario on this list, Super Mario Sunshine is number 7. I could honestly never beat this game because of that damn Corona Mountain stage, but I nonetheless have great memories about the game. I mean, I personally like the jump mechanics in this game more than in any other, and I honestly think of Isle Delfino as the happy version of Planet Zebes. I mean, come on. Memorable for a bunch of stuff like cool hidden objects, in this case shines, had some of the series' best soundtracks. I mean, it's Planet Zebes. The happy Planet Zebes. I mean, it also had something you seldomly see in Mario games. Challenging bosses. It does have its 2 fatal flaws, however. The residents of Isle Delfino have the intelligence of Knuckles the Echidna, for one thing. For another, these camera angles make the pre-Secret Rings 3D Sonic games look good. Also, the previously mentioned Corona Mountain is crappy and forces you to do everything perfectly like Ninja Gaiden. Nevertheless, this is a truly modern classic and a great follow-up to Mario 64. Now here is an overused joke.
Maybe it was Fred Fox.
Mario!
Fred Fox? Fred Fox! Oh my god, Fred Fox! Oh my god, it's Fred Fox! Oh, Fred Fox.